Hello, and welcome to Ecological Tips to Reduce Your Footprints. Hello, my name is Chiquita Richardson, and today we are going to talk about stormwater management and the infrastructure that protects our community's drinking water resources. You may be thinking, why do we need to manage stormwater? Whether you live in a suburban or rural area, all landscapes experience something called stormwater runoff. Stormwater runoff happens when precipitation falls and accumulates on impervious surfaces. Impervious surfaces are hard surfaces that prevent water from soaking into the ground. The volume of runoff increases as more impervious surfaces such as lawns, parking lots, and building rooftops are created. Impervious surfaces create challenges. Where does rainwater go if it can't soak in? If stormwater is not managed properly, it can create a flood. So what's the solution to managing stormwater runoff? Stormwater infrastructure. To understand how stormwater is managed, let's explore detention ponds, retention ponds, and storm drains. Detention ponds are designed to catch runoff and allow pollutants to settle and filter through as the water is gradually released into a stream. Detention ponds, also known as dry ponds, are commonly found in shopping centers, school campuses, and even neighborhoods. Although detention ponds help capture stormwater in a similar way, they hold water for a shorter period. Retention ponds. Retention ponds may look like small lakes to you, but they are so much more than that. Retention ponds prevents large volumes of water from rushing into streams by capturing and holding stormwater runoff, trapping solids, protecting aquatic habitats, and water quality. Remember, retention ponds stay wet while detention ponds hold water temporarily. Both protect our streams. I think you'd recognize our next infrastructure, storm drains. Storm drains, also known as catch basins, are installed in areas where water collects. These drains are placed on or adjacent to impervious surfaces to catch runoff and direct it away. How? Storm drains are connected to a network of underground pipes that direct runoff to a stream, pond, or wetland nearby. This infrastructure prevents flooding but can get clogged. Remember, only rain goes down the storm drain. No litter, lawn clippings, or dog poop bags. Keep storm drains clear of obstructions. What works for a bustling commercial area may not be necessary in a rural community. Rural areas are likely to have less paved surfaces and more natural landscapes with more areas covered in vegetation or soil. Water is able to soak into the ground with less paved surfaces, which equals less stormwater runoff. Rural areas require minimal stormwater infrastructure. Simple drainage ditches along the roads often provide sufficient capacity to collect some water runoff. With commercial properties, more paved surfaces equal more stormwater runoff. Think about all the shopping centers, car lots, churches, and schools with their large rooftops. Parking lots of commercial properties typically have the largest area of impervious surfaces, which can generate an enormous amount of stormwater runoff during each rain event. Here comes the ecological fun fact. Did you know that 1 inch of rain falling on 1 acre of impervious surfaces generates 27,154 gallons of water? Enough to fill over 600 bathtubs. Commercial properties need to leverage best management practices when it comes to treating their stormwater runoff. These areas use a combination of large detention ponds, catch basins, and storm drains to protect their community. The last landscape that we are going to explore are residential areas. These areas we call home have a variety of impervious surfaces, rooftop patios, driveways, sidewalks, and even lawns with highly compacted soils experience runoff. In many neighborhoods or apartment complexes, you see roadside curbing which directs stormwater runoff to storm drains, detention ponds, and retention ponds, each connecting to a nearby stream. So, how can you help? It is the homeowner's responsibility to lend a helping hand. You can do this by preventing stormwater from becoming polluted and protecting our stormwater infrastructure. Something as simple as keeping debris away from storm drains and keeping easements free of debris make a difference. So, what do rural, commercial, and residential areas have in common? When it rains, each area has stormwater runoff that needs to be managed. Impervious surfaces make an impact on both the environment and the community. That's all for now. To learn more about Rockdale County stormwater management, visit rockdalecountyga.gov.